They had their chance. We're just going to wing it. Explore. I am here with Mary today, and this is kind of fun for us because there's a lot of new builds available, and you've heard a lot of these communities, but there's some new ones. What we're going to do, because there's 20 pages of these, is just sort of introduce you to a community, kind of give you some of the, pluses and minuses, pros and cons, and some unique differences. Please keep in mind, if you want any of this information that we give you, we have PDFs that we can send it to you. So keep that in mind, and we are updating all of our old PDFs as well. This is new build specific. Some of them will have some resales, but we're kind of excited about the new builds.
Yeah, that you have the option. Well, the first one on the list is Webb Oasis, that is located in Winter Garden. But I think the biggest draw to Webb Oasis, first of all, it's a boutique size community. It'll be 422 homes. I think the biggebb draw there are people who are big Disney fans, because
Disney
literally
freaks.
the western entrance
That's what
from
they're called.
Webb Oasis is 2 miles. Their amenities, of course, Webb, pool tea, they never disappoint. I think the only negative or con living in Webb Oasis is sharing all the shopping and dining in their stomping grounds, because you do have 5 third-party hotels. You have Flamingo Crossing that has all the shopping and dining, all the conveniences. But also you have the student housing there as well.
We're gonna not necessarily tell you guys every HOA in all of these communities, because we're gonna have this on the PDF that you can email us for. So that does take us to Webb Sunbridge. And this is in St. Cloud.
That's a huge area of growth there.
Oh my gosh. Right next door to Lake Nona,
Lake Nona,
right?
yeah, the Lake Nona and Town Center and Medical City. Well, first of all, Webb Sunbridge itself is a huge master plan with all age, and then they carved a little section for the active adult communities. And I believe when they're finished, there'll be about 1,300 homes.
Okay.
But of course,
medium-sized.
Medium-sized. But their amenities are complete, and they're like, Webb, multi-fan.
They do have a restaurant, I know.
And they
I've
do
been
have
there.
a full-service restaurant.
It's very good, too.
With that, having said that, you do have to, we'll get more information later with that, but homeowners have to deposit X amount at the beginning of the year, to sustain the restaurant, which
That's
makes
because
sense.
there's nothing, and I'll explain this, there's nothing open to the public in Webb Sunbridge. There's no golf course. The
Correct.
restaurant's there strictly for the homeowners.
Correct.
So this jumps next to Four Seasons, which is back sort of, how far is Four Seasons
So Four
from
Seasons now, you're
Oasis?
checking back into, it's literally, you get on 429 and you're 5 minutes from there. Four Seasons, again, it's a boutique size community as well when they're complete, and they're close to completion. But another positive pro for living here, again, just like Oasis, is the close proximity to the Disney parks.
It's also right next to Mystic
And it is golf
Dunes.
course. Oh, yes, you just said it, yeah.
So is Mystic Dunes, that's a separate property, it's a resort, but they have access to that golf course and some sort of, they hold hands? do
Correct.
they?
And I'm not 100% how that works, but yes, you are correct. They hold hands in some way. Well, as far as a con for Four Seasons, what do you think? Again, similar to like living in Oasis, very close, because you are very close to do a lot of your shopping and dining. You need to get on 192, which again, that is the road that takes you to the
It's
parks.
right off the 429,
But you
though,
can
so
pick up
you
the
can
429.
escape and go wherever you want.
You can go to
from
Flamingo
there.
Crossing where Oasis is there, and then, or you can go a little further up and go into Horizon West.
Excuse me.
Twin Lakes.
Twin
We should
Lakes,
probably
I
have
almost
put this in a
skipped.
different order. Well, Twin Lakes, it's just a little bit south, actually, of Sunbridge. And that's Jones is the builder there. Fantastic builder. They build a very nice home.
They are well known for that.
So you're trekking down a little bit further south from Sunbridge, and Twin Lakes up A pro is that it is still a little bit more remote, a little bit more rural, but you're just a few minutes from 192, the main drag. I mean, 192 can take you to Melbourne. It can take you to Merritt Island, to Cocoa. You're under an hour to get to the beaches. But I'll tell you, Twin Lakes, that community and that clubhouse is absolutely beautiful, especially right off of that lake, which is not a boatable lake. They do have the pontoon that you can rent. You just have to pay for the gas, but you can drop in your paddle boats, the kayak or canoe. As far as a con on that, I have had some people that they wish they were a little closer, like Sunbridge, to be a little bit closer to like the Lake Nona Town Center. They felt like it was a little bit too remote.
Okay, well, our next one, and this is kind of one of my faves.
Mine too.
So how come they're still building? I thought they were done.
They have, I was just there, I had a closing, and I think they have under 30 lots left. I don't think they're doing to build to suit. They're doing more inventory homes. Spec homes. But yes, Solivita is what we're talking about. And I need to give a shout out to Simon and Paula for my Stanley. Thank you. I take it with me everywhere. They purchased a Solivita and they're a great couple, but they gave this to me. That's so sweet.
Well, it's one of the largest communities outside of, like, on top of the world of villages that we have in Orlando. Their amenities are crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, 14 heated pools scattered around, including your 150,000 square foot of amenity space.
And the indoor pool,
Oh,
indoor track,
yeah.
right above the indoor pool.
Yeah.
Every time I go in there, the vibe is so active. Like, I love seeing the men and women playing the softball. I mean, it is always packed. The softball field is always going on. They have 2 farmers markets during the week.
Exactly. That's exactly what I
They
was
have their own convenience store with a pharmacy. They have 3 restaurants.
It's really like its own little town.
It is.
Most definitely is.
And that leads to the con that I think I know what it is.
I bet I know it.
It's a little out there. It's a little rural and
But having said that, so when I was there a few weeks ago, right behind the hospital, they built this huge mall that has like a TJ Maxx. It has
It's changing.
So the conveniences, shopping and dining I forgot if it's either Outback Steakhouse, they have a few restaurants going in, so that is coming. Having said that, they're definitely working on the infrastructure. They're always working, expanding.
Keep in mind, Explorer, stomping grounds change, and if you're thinking, I'm buying now, what is it going to look like 10 years from now? Just think about it a little bit.
So this is the only product, because I don't know about you, but I get a lot of people that ask me about condo living. This is condo
only
living, and located right in Lake Nona, by Lake Nona Town Center, by Medical City. The pro is somebody who doesn't want a single family home, that wants the condo living lifestyle.
And it's got all the amenities. It's only 216 units. It's a very beautiful complex, right in the middle of everything. I'm kind of made from the cloth of condos, so you have to like condo living.
But they do have the amenities.
What
They
a
have their
beautiful
pool.
view on those lakes.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely something, if you want condo living, that's definitely something to look into. So the next one over in the St. Cloud area, you know more about this, because I did watch your video on it, is so 400 homes there.
And I think
Will be.
The cool thing about Lakes at Harmony was sort of the town center that's right there. They've got this town center that's got restaurant and golf and all of that
Right.
stuff.
Golf course community too, correct?
Yes, it
Correct.
is.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
very nature driven out there, right?
Very nature driven, and again, it feels very rural in general around it. And that town square thing is
It's
always
charming. It's charming.
It's always fun. It's
Yeah.
very charming.
Now we're going to Ocala.
All right, let's head to Ocala. Here we go.
All right, on top of the world. I love on top of the world.
It's the largest other than the villages in the central area.
It is. I was just there a couple of days ago for a closing, and it is just thriving. And of course, you've got 3 golf courses there, but only one is semi-private, and that's Candler Hills.
Okay. Yeah, and that's a newer section, so they're
Correct.
still building there.
They are. They're supposed to be, I think, around 10,000 plus homes. On top of the world, the thing you have to be really aware of, they have two products there. Fee simple, where you own your land, or leasehold, that you lease the land. Yeah.
It gets confusing, and we know this is overwhelming, but On Top of the World is the only place with leasehold lots, so that's why you need an expert with you when you're considering that. The fun part about, I think, about On Top of the World is your golf cart access to their sweet their center town. They have concerts and all that stuff.
They do. Their little town common squares.
I think it's called Circle Square.
Commons.
And the cultural center. And then you've got
you've got your stuff here.
Shalom Park.
And
which
Shalom
is
Park right
gorgeous.
down. Beautiful, beautiful. Very, very peaceful there, walking trails.
And that park is right in between.
Good segue. Del Webb, Stone Creek. So yes, Del Webb, Stone Creek, I will say, is one of my favorite as well. Golf course community, beautiful community, very well laid out. When they are finished, Pulte is the builder there. They will be at about 3,800 homes. But this one, a pro, because I get a lot of people that are very specific. I want an indoor pool. Del Webb Stone Creek has a beautiful heated indoor pool and a beautiful resort-like outdoor pool. But they have two amenity center. They've just finished their second one. I forgot the name of it. And restaurant, because it's a golf course community.
And you can take your golf cart from Stone Creek to that cultural center.
To the cultural center, yep, absolutely. You've got your own designated path. So I guess the only con I've heard, it's just the traffic, because they're still developing their infrastructure. But they're really, I don't see too many cons.
Ocala Preserve. Now that one I remember being really beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And they have,
Golf course community, right?
and they have a couple of builders.
9-hole.
It's a 9-hole?
It's a 9-hole golf course.
It is, it's a beautiful piece
It's
of
beautiful.
property.
I love the way it looks.
It's beautiful.
And the amenities are gorgeous. And the interesting thing, because it does have multi-generational neighborhoods as well as a 55 plus section that share the amenities, it's kind of unique to have some youth.
Sure.
You know, you get that, you get the amenities and the community gated feel with youth as well.
I mean, it's a beautiful, and there's a restaurant on the property as well. They even have their own spa.
Yep.
Absolutely beautiful, and 7-acre lake that you can go kayaking, paddleboarding, canoeing.
And again, this will all be on that PDF that you guys want, because this is a lot of info.
But I do want to mention a con for Ocala Preserve, because that's what we're here, the good, bad, and the ugly, that there is a one-time buy-in in there. It's under like $7,000, give or take, to give you access to golf and all the amenities. I think it's more for the golf.
So it's not actually included necessarily, you have to buy.
You have to buy in, right, and you still have your HOA fees. But for the avid golfer, because it is a beautiful community and golf course.
So that's interesting. It's not necessarily a con, it's just their model and how they are providing that golf course and the amenities.
And to sustain
it's just
it.
part of your math.
Great.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Perfect. Okay. So JB Ranch, I've only been there a couple times. This is a community that's a little bit more modest in their amenities.
Yes.
They have a very nice pool. I think they might have one sport court. They have amenities center with meeting rooms, a little gym. But for someone who wants an active adult community with people who are similar in age, that's gated, and the amenities, all the bells and whistles like that is not a huge draw to you, then this is a good option.
Well, and we've had videos on this before. D.R. Horton is a production builder.
Right.
So you have packages that you have to buy, right? Is that
Right,
still
so
a
you
part
pick
of
your
this?
home, the lot, and then package A has your cabinets, your flooring, your counters, all in one. You can't customize, pick and choose.
it's beautiful.
one-stop shopping. Everything's included kind of builder.
So the final one, and neither one of us really have too much on, Summer Crest.
I don't know anything about this one either.
Well, we will definitely get more information because this is definitely the newest community in Ocala.
It does have its gated community. We're assuming it's a 55 plus, but we'll verify that too. And spacious home sites.
Yeah,
that
you see
sounds.
that? Quarter acre.
Yeah, that sounds super
So,
unique.
oh, those are really ample lots.
Yeah, they're huge, and yeah, 3 to 6 bedroom options available. I think we need to verify if it's 55 plus, just because
I will do.
6 bedrooms is unusual for 55 plus. So this is an interesting one, and we'll get some more info on that. Well, that's a lot. That is a lot of information for sure, and it always seems daunting, but there's a few things, and we've done some videos on what you can do to narrow your list. Budget's one of the biggies. And then if you like rural or busy, start there, contact one of our agents. Let's have the conversations open up and see what we can send you guys. All right, Explorer, thank you very much for watching again. This was a lot, but always contact us via email or phone. Or off the website, and let us know if you'd like these PDFs or if you want to connect with one of our agents. We'd love to be of service.
Yeah, and if you have any questions on anything else, if you want some videos that you want us to put out in the future.
Yes, make a comment below. What do you
make a
want to
comment.
see?
Yeah,
I like
absolutely.
that. Thanks, Mary.
You're welcome.